Welcome to another episode of Let's Think About It with Dr. E. I'm your host of the Let's Think About It podcast. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I look forward to engaging in a dynamic conversation. Today we're going to talk about faith in the hustle, marketplace ministry, and mental health in America. How those two play a part in what we do. So in our podcast, we're going to explore the incredible intersection of faith, business, and mental wellness in Black America. Our topic today, faith in the hustle and the marketplace and ministry, is something I believe that we don't hear a lot about. And I know we hear this term marketplace ministry a lot, but we don't really understand the definition. But I want to open with a statement from Rick Ross. He penned a song, "I'm Hustling. Every day I'm hustling." You see, in small business and ministry, we're always hustling. We're always moving. Life is about a hustle. You've got to find your niche or find your hustle and make it work. Let me say it again. Find your niche or find your hustle and make it work. My friends and I, we have a little inside joke. They often call me a Jamaican. They say, because you got a lot of jobs. I told them, no, they're not jobs, they're hustles. You see, whenever you're doing something you like, you're going to hustle at it. You're going to do the best you can at it. So I love what I do because I can operate in different spaces and I can be different people in different spaces. See, I don't have to be Dr. Erika all the time. I can be Lady E Specs. I can be just simply Erika. A lot of my friends call me Easy E. See, it really doesn't matter where you are, but wherever you find yourself hustling, find your place or find your groove and get in it. So what is marketplace ministry? And what does it mean, or why is it vital to us today? Marketplace ministry, to me, this is my definition, is about bringing the principles of our faith into everyday business practices. It's about understanding that our work, our hustle, is a form of worship and service. For the Black community, this is especially important as it allows us to build strong, ethical business relationships that not only succeed, but uplift our community spiritually and economically. I know that's a long definition, but what it boils down to is about understanding our work and our hustle is a form of worship and a form of service. You see, I believe he penned that prophetic song, "I'm Hustling," because life is about a hustle. Find what works and work what works best for you. So hustle in business is about uplifting another person's ideas, but not being so critical that you tear them down. Have you ever been in a room with people and everybody's conversation is negative? They have nothing good to say about nobody in the room. And I'm thinking, why are you here? You're bringing the energy down. Nobody wants to be bothered. And those people, what I have found, I just was in a conversation with someone the other day, matter of fact, in a beauty salon. What I have found is that when people begin to project on you their negative energy, they're really telling you they're really unhappy where they are. And they really don't know how to express that. And so what you find yourself is engaging in conversation with them, and everything is negative. So what I have done, when I encounter people, I call them negative Nancy's. What I find with them, I often say to them, I understand you might be going through a challenging time. I understand right now you might not be happy where you are. But do me a favor, and everybody else expects a favor. If you don't have anything good to say at all, don't say nothing. Just observe. Because even if you're in a space with this positive energy, we're hoping something will rub off on you. Yes, Dr. Erika, did you say that? I absolutely do. Because what I don't want them to realize that every time they come into space, they have the right to bring all that negative energy. We don't want that. Because I'm in a hustle to make what I'm doing work. You need to work what's working for you. I told you in the previous episode, life is gonna life. And your hustle is gonna hustle, but you gotta work it. And don't allow anybody to come in and change the space. So your hustle can be intense. It can balance your faith. It can be intense that your business needs to take on a whole different face. And your personal well-being is no small feat. So whenever you're hustling, you're up against a lot of things because you realize that my life, my livelihood depends on my hustle. So if my hustle is not working, then there's some areas I got to revamp. Just this week, we had a meeting, and I told my mom and my best friend in our staff meeting, our hustle need to take on a different face. And my mama said, our hustle? I said, yeah, we hustling, mama. This is about a hustle. It's got to take on a different face, and we got to do something different. You see, I'm in the field of mental health. It's taking on a new face as of February the 1st. July the 1st, they launched a new program. And it's a mess, y'all. It's an absolutely mess. And I'm thinking about, Lord, it's affecting my mental health because I got to go through all these changes. And how do I convey the changes to the families and the people I'm serving and yet keep a balanced, well life? So I told them we've got to change our hustle and we got to come in a different door. My mama said, well, I like that language. I said, we got to find a different door. We got to find a different niche to what we're doing. What is it that's not being met and how can we meet that need? You see, I'm always trying to find a door that nobody's actually going to, or there's a door that very few people know about. That's what a hustler does. A hustler finds a way to get in the door. I may not be qualified to come in that door, but I'm going to make myself a seat at the table. Marketplace ministry is making your own way. It's about what can I do with what's going on in my life. So the Black church has always been a pillar of support in our community. We've not always been open to addressing mental health, but now we are in a place where we have to mention mental health. We have to take a holistic approach to well-being of what's going on in your life and what's going on in my life. And not only that, we got to know what's going on your block and what's going on my block. And not only that, we got to know what's going on in your community and what's going on in my community. You see, the Black community now never looks like, it looks different. We now have to embrace the first movement that was not birthed in the Black church, and that's Black Lives Matter. So now we are outsider to a movement that was not birthed out of the Black church. So now we have to come to that community and say, what can we do as a church to help you move this movement? So now, church, we can't change their movement, but we got to be a part of their movement. That's what a hustler does. A hustler doesn't try to change the movement, but how can we add to the movement? So you see, we're talking about faith in the hustle. You got to have faith in your hustle. If nobody else believes in your hustle, you got to believe in your hustle. And then you got to address, what is my mindset to my hustle? Am I going to bring other people along with my hustle? Is this hustle a one-person hustle? Or do I see this thing growing beyond me? Is there space for other people to come along with the hustle? You see, your faith is much bigger than what's in front of you. You've got to have faith for the things you cannot see right now. Can you believe God for the futuristic hustle? Can you believe God for the door that's not yet open? Can you believe God for the people that have not yet showed up to lend you their help and their service? You see, I am a church girl, but I understand that everybody in the church is not going to help me with my hustle. I would be a fool to think that the church is going to buy into my hustle. You know why? Because there's some people in the church that's so super spiritual that's going to think that your hustle is too worldly. I'm just going to put it out there. They're going to think that you done invite the world into your hustle. I don't know how it's going to grow. But can I give you a secret? We are of this world, but we're not in the world. But the world has to be a part of your hustle. If you don't bring the worldly people into your hustle, it's not going to grow. And I know you're saying to me, Dr. Erika, that's going against the church doctrine. And I know y'all might send me to hell after this episode. You might not tune into anymore. But why I got you on this episode, let me tell you that if you're going to grow your hustle, everybody has to play a place at the table. You got to bring the cusser. You got to bring the person that's in the street, that knows the people that know the hustle and know the game, because they're going to get you in the doors that you don't. See, I told somebody, I couldn't go in the crack house and witness to drug addicts, because the environment for me, my nerves would be tore up. Like I would be so undone that I couldn't do anything. The first time our church ever fed the people We have a place here called Church Under the Bridge. The first time we ever fed the homeless population, y'all, when I saw families on the street, children in strollers, and we was in the dead of winter, I got instant migraine. I broke out in hives. I had to go to the car and sit down because I had never seen anything like it. So I said to myself, how am I going to be effective in this environment when I don't know what it is to be homeless? I don't know what it is to be hungry. I don't know what it is to live on the street. And there was a gentleman there by the name of Pastor Mike. And he said to me, Erika, you don't have to know. You just got to show them what love looks like. It blew my mind. I said, what love looks like? And I had to pause for a minute. Then I had to ask myself, what is love? Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not puffed up. Love doesn't look like judgment. But love is what love does. You see, love is an action word. What you say you love, you put fire behind it. What you say or who you say you love, you show them that you love them. If you love them, he told Peter, feed my sheep. He said, God, I love him. He said, no, Peter, if you love them, you're going to feed them. If you love somebody and they got a hustle that may not quite make sense, don't tear them down. Feed, say, okay, let me hear more about this idea. Let me see what I can add to the conversation. You see, we don't have to have all the answers. That's why God is waiting on you to ask him to send you people to help you get your idea off the ground. That's marketplace ministry. We said marketplace ministry is about bringing principles of our faith to everyday business practices. You see, your faith has to play a part in your business. You don't have all the money when you stump out, when you leap out. I know I didn't. I didn't have two pennies rubbed together, but I had an idea. And I said, I'm going to do this, but I don't know how it's going to work out. And then when I began to share my idea with other people say, Erika, I like that idea. So how are we going to make this work? There was something the other day that blessed my whole life, and I didn't think about it. So some of you all know the gospel singer Tasha Cobb Leonard. Tasha Cobb Leonard got her start not just in music, but she sold glasses. And she said to me, when she said to me, but she said on an interview, God told her this was going to be her segue into her ministry, was her glasses. Y'all, I sell glasses. I never thought about Lady E Specs being a ministry. I took it just as a business opportunity to sell glasses. Now she's giving me another idea. Yeah, I got to go back and revamp my hustle. I'm selling glasses, but as they come into my table, I'm going to minister to them, and I ain't even got to say anything. I just got to say, you know what? Those glasses look a little good on you. Come in my space. Let me share something with you. Let me tell you how I got started. And then the more I'm talking about my story in marketplace, then it's building their faith. You know what? If she can start an idea off of glasses, then I can start my idea off of a dream. You see, sometimes you just need to hear somebody else's story to get started. Sometimes it's just about hearing the faith story of their hustle that opens the door for you. So the black church is not just an opportunity, but it is a gateway. It is a stepping stone. It is an open access door to your spiritual guidance that can help you reshape the way you think and the way you see life. You see, I am now trying to help people understand that life is more than just you and I, but it's about other people that we come encounter with. It's about removing the stigma and offering practical support through counseling, workshops, peer support, or just walking along somebody till they get to a place they can walk this thing called life by themselves. You see, I thank God that I had people in my space that helped me get to where I'm at. But I often think, what about the people that have nobody? So today you're hearing it first time on Let's Think About It podcast. This is the first time it's ever been mentioned. I want to launch Faith and Fortune. a mentorship program where we can bring together business leaders for monthly meetings combined with prayer, business strategies, and mental health check-ins. You heard it. I mentioned it for the first time on Let's Think About It podcast, faith and fortune. So some of you, I'm going to call on you. We're going to come together. We're going to come together because they often say black people can't work together. We can't bring it together. But we're going to bring this faith and fortune together. And we're going to bring together strategies. And the other thing we're going to do, we're going to pour our resources into each other. Because when you launch, I'm successful. I can say I had a part into that. And then you want an idea, we're going to help them. We're going to launch it. So you're going to hear more about faith and fortune, how we can bring this thing together and launch business strategies in the marketplace. An integral part of faith and fortune is going to be partnering also. I haven't heard this done, and if it is, oh well. Nobody's heard on faith and fortune. We're going to bring local therapists and counselors into those sessions. So when we do our mental health check-in, they're there to say, how are you doing? How you feel today? What in your business right now is causing you stress, anxiety? What can we do to talk this thing through? You see, I want to bring together a space that's safe, that everybody can benefit from faith and fortune. I don't care if you're in childcare. I don't care if you're in ministry. I don't care if you're in the food industry. I don't care if you're in church industry. This is a space that we can come together as a whole. But remember that we've got to help each other. Faith in the hustle is about knowing that no matter what you're going through, there are things you got to do. Number one, you got to check on your mental health. Number two, your faith plays a major role in your daily routine. Let me say it again. Your faith plays a role in your daily routine. You got to take moments throughout your day to pray, meditate, and to reflect. And ask yourself, is it working or is it not working? I know that a lot of times we hate to talk about the things that are not working, but I'd rather us talk about the things that are not working on a much smaller scale than you get out there on a bigger scale and it's not working and you lose everything. Let's start small and build on the small things, and then let's grow. And then lastly, let's connect with our community. We've got to connect. And do you not realize your business grows from your community connections? That's how small businesses grow. Small black businesses grow by word of mouth. You see, we didn't always have technology, but someone could recommend your business to someone and say, hey, I had a great experience with them. Try them out. Now let me say this. If the experience wasn't good, they're going to tell that too. So whether it's good or bad, they're going to tell the experience. But your community grows your business. We've got to tell somebody that what you're going through and what you've experienced, be it positive or be it negative, share your experience. Whether it's a church group, a business network, or support group, you don't have to do it alone. We are in this thing together. That's a song by Al Jarreau. We're in this thing together. You and I can make it work and make it last forever when we do it together. We're stronger together. So I want to highlight that faith and hustle go hand in hand. Your work is a testament to your faith. Let me say it again. Your work is a testament to your faith. You will be known by the work that you leave and the footprint you leave in the earth realm. Make it a positive experience. Take care of your mental health in that space. It's a crucial part to your journey. Stay grounded, stay connected, and keep pushing forward. I said it again. You got to stay grounded, you got to stay connected, and you got to keep pushing. It gets hard, but don't you stop. Keep moving in your hustle. Because one day your hustle is going to it's going to pay off big on the back end. You can't see it right now. You said, but Dr. Erika, my hustle is small. Right now, I got like 5 customers. Well, you work on multiplying them 5 to 10, and then from 10 to 15. Because the more time and effort you put into that hustle, it will grow. Trust me, it will grow. There's a movie, I can't remember the title off the top. He said, if you build it, they will come. The more you put into your hustle and people see you working, they will support it. No matter what you're doing, it will be supported. I'm a living witness. If you work the garden set before you, you will produce a harvest. You will produce a crop. And people will want to keep coming back and eating at your table. Why? Because you gave them something that they want to come back for. In this segment of Let's Think About It, I hope today's episode sparked ideas, inspired you to take action. Remember, your mental health and well-being are paramount. We're here to support you in the journey. I need for you to keep thinking, keep growing, and keep thriving. Let's think about it.